All right, let's talk about a number, probably one of the most famous or maybe infamous numbers in the entire world, a number that's packed with all sorts of fear and superstition. But what if I told you there's another story hidden inside it? A story that has nothing to do with doom and everything to do with truth. There it is, 666. Just seeing it can feel a little off, can it? It's one of those symbols that barely needs an introduction. It speaks for itself. So really, what's the first thing that pops into your head when you see that? For almost everyone, it's images of doom, the devil, the number of the beast. It's become this powerful shorthand for evil in pop culture. And hey, if your mind went there, you're not alone. That's totally understandable. For centuries, this number has been cemented in our minds as a symbol of fear, a sign to avoid, a warning of something terrible. But that's only one side of the coin. What if that's not the end of the story? Because, believe it or not, there's this ancient tradition that offers a completely, radically different perspective. It looks at this exact same number and sees something else entirely. Not an ending, but a journey. Not a symbol of evil, but a process for finding profound truth. I mean, just look at the contrast here. It's pretty wild, right? On one hand, you've got the beast, evil, and doom, and on the other, a path to truth, revelation, and a journey through confusion. So how on earth can one number hold two such opposite meanings? Well, the answer lies in a kind of hidden code. We unlock this hidden meaning through an ancient system called Gematria, and this is a world where numbers aren't just for counting, they're storytellers. Each one has a much deeper significance. So what is Gematria? Basically, it's an ancient Jewish system where every single letter in the Hebrew alphabet has a number attached to it. This means you can find the numerical value of any word and then see how it connects to other words that have the same value. You can think of it as a kind of mystical mathematics. And this is where it gets absolutely fascinating. Using this system, a very simple calculation can completely flip the meaning of 666 on its head, turning what we think of as a symbol of falsehood into a signpost for truth. So let's start with the building block, the number 6 itself. In this mystical way of thinking, 6 represents the physical, material world, with all of its flaws, its imperfections, and all its confusion. You could kind of think of it as the number for not quite there yet. Okay, so a single 6 is confusion. What does it mean when you get it 3 times? 6, 6, 6. You'd probably think it just triples the confusion, right? Making it the ultimate symbol of being lost. But that's not how it works at all. Let's just break down the process. It's super simple. First, you take the components of confusion and you just add them up. 6 plus 6 plus 6, that equals 18. But we're not done yet. In Gematria, you often reduce numbers down to their core digit. So you take the digits of 18, that's 1 plus 8, which gives us a final, simple result, 9. Okay, so we started in this sea of confusion and imperfection, the 6, 6, 6. And through this little process, we've landed on the number 9. So what's the big secret? What's so special about 9? Well, here it is. This is the big reveal. The number 9 is the Gematria value for the Hebrew word Emet. And Emet means truth. Isn't that incredible? The journey through intense confusion, 666, literally calculates out to the number for truth. Now, this is way more than just a clever number trick. It actually holds a really profound practical lesson for how we can navigate our own lives. It's like a hidden roadmap for finding clarity. Here's the core idea. Truth isn't something you just find by avoiding problems or chaos. It's something you discover by wading right into the middle of it all, by actually engaging with the messiness and the imperfection of the world. This whole process gives us a powerful model to follow. You start by just acknowledging the confusion, seeing the 6s in a situation. Then you have to fully engage with it all. That's the 6 plus 6 plus 6 part. And by working through all that complexity, you start to boil it down, find clarity, reducing it to 9, to truth. And when you see it this way, 666 is no longer this scary, static label we should all be afraid of. It becomes this incredible, dynamic symbol for a very human process, the journey of working through our own falsehoods, our own imperfections, and our own confusion, to finally arrive at a place of clarity, peace, and truth. So the next time you find yourself in a situation that just feels like a total mess of imperfection and confusion, maybe don't run from it. Instead, you could ask yourself this question:
Because if this ancient wisdom is right, that confusion might just be the raw material you need to uncover a much deeper truth.